I'm Jared Haynes, and this is Rogue Outdoors. Today I want to talk to you about the Benchmade Flyway. So this knife right here is going to run you about $260 and is one of the absolute coolest knives you can get for your hunting and outdoors kit. This tip right here is extremely pointy. It's able to fillet if you're going to use this for fish, but this is also an extremely capable deer, caribou, elk, big game kind of knife. It's good for birding as well, so you can get in on grouse and pheasants and stuff like that. Get your finger up here on the serrations and really, pick in around small little areas and like the hips and joints and different things and be able to get that breast out real easily. But where I also found this as a necessity in your kill kit is going to be for taking over essentially the jobs of like a Havalon knife. Get a little video with the Flyway. This is another thing it's really good at, is that sharp tip right there. Really works well for cutting in, getting into like that rib meat, all those harder areas that you want to be able to get poked in but not get down and poke the guts. This works great doing that. So the Havalon I use around the orbital bones on a deer or whatever animal you're caping. I will also use something like this when you're getting in around the joints. If you're going to be quartering something out and you want to be able to not have to use a saw, you can use this to pop those joints out. The tip is strong enough that you're not going to bend it or break off the tip like you easily could with a Havalon. But it's pointy enough that you can still get into those areas. And then the other thing that I really like about this is for when you're running like from the joint up, it really works well on big game for caping and taking the hide before you switch to a bigger, more broad strokes skinning type knife. This thing I've tested now on a whole deer, and you do not need to sharpen the blade to do an animal as expected from S90V steel. You're able to get through, I would assume, about 2.5 blacktail or larger, sized deer before you're going to want to or have to sharpen that blade up to keep that just razor sharp edge. But I find that better than like a Havalon, so I can guarantee you won't be messing around with blades out in the field and potentially cutting yourself having to switch out blades. This thing is an absolute must. So for $260, it is on the higher price point, but Benchmade offers its life sharp, so they will sharpen this and make sure you have that razor sharp edge. One key thing to remember is on like a work sharp sharpener, which is primarily what I will use, is one of these. You're looking at a 20-degree angle on this, and on the Benchmade Flyway, it's going to be a 14-degree angle. So there are other sharpeners that you can get, but that's the only drawback to this particular blade, in my opinion, is you're going to be at that 14-degree angle instead of a 20. So sharpening this, you're going to want that separate sharpener. Not a big deal out in the field because you can, like I said, get through more than one animal, no problem with this. But that's just going to be a thing to note, is when you do get back to sharpen it, you're going to need that 14-degree if you don't already own one. So I hope you like this review of the Flyway. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more content like this coming out soon. Thank you.